I attract money, wealth is in my reach. I got everything I want and everything I need. I keep my mind open, abundance overflows. I budget right and I know where all my money goes. I am debt free and money works for me. Money in my sleep, a magnet for prosperity. Ain't nothing wrong.
What up, Kingdom Builders? Welcome back to my channel. I am Ebony Evaughn, your favorite business coach in these internet streets. I coach corporate professionals and first-time entrepreneurs on how to turn their skills, talents, and expertise into profitable online businesses. Welcome to Soul Struck Land. This is my internet home where I help you to go from confused to the cash generating boss that we both know you are meant to be. In today's video, I'm helping you get to that cash generating boss status by telling you how you can get your first or next paying client. All right, so this is a question that comes up all the time. It is probably the most question I get asked in my DMs, when I'm on strategy calls, when I'm in Facebook groups. Everyone always wants to know, how can I get clients? How can I get more sales, right? Now, if you was a part of my business accelerator, you wouldn't be asking these questions, because that's where I teach y'all how to launch 2 paying clients so you could get your first client on your first day, okay? But if you have already started your business and you have not gotten many clients, or you haven't had your first client at all, no need to fret, because in this video, I'm going to give you multiple strategies on how you can actually do that, okay? So let's jump in with number 1. So I want to mention this as a honorable mention, okay? So typically what people do is when they start a business, they'll invest in their branding, they'll create a logo, they'll come up with brand colors, they'll build a fancy website, and then after that, they'll hit publish on their website and it's like, I'm live, I'm open for business, and they just kind of wing everything else after that. That's the last thing you should be doing. You should develop a launch strategy. If you watch my my 5-phase launch video, you guys know this. Or if you watch my pre-launch video, you know this as well, right? The first strategy for getting your first paying client, I am going to say you can use social media, but I am mentioning this as a honorable mention, okay? So typically people will just publish their website and then post on social media that their store is open. And no one has a reason to go to your store and buy if you haven't already prepared them for that, if you haven't primed your audience. So that's why a lot of people struggle to get sales. Yes, you can get sales from social media, but you have to lay the groundwork and build a foundation, which is aka connections and relationships, so that you can actually move people from social media into your other marketing channels, all right, into your sales funnel. So I want you to look at social media. I want you to look at your social media platforms, your social media channels, like they are a gateway drug, right? There's no other way to say that. But you have to treat your social media platforms as if they are a gateway to your business, right? This is how you're building brand awareness. This is how people become familiar with your brand and your messaging and your mission and your products and services. So you want to use social media as an introduction to get people into the other sales strategies that I have. Now, yes, you can make a post on social media and actually get sales from that post, but that typically comes when you have brand recognition and when you've already built that trust and relationship with your audience, okay? So I wanted to start by first saying that. So now that we got that out the way, let's get into one of the first actual ways that you can actually get your first or next paying client. And this is going to be by tapping into your personal network. If you are a coach, consultant, or online course creator, if you're providing some type of online service, the easiest way for you to get your first client is to tap into into your personal network. These are people who are already familiar with your strengths. Hopefully, if you're providing a service, it's something that you've probably already done professionally, maybe through your 9 to 5 or whatever before, but people know you for that thing, right? So they know that you have qualifications or demonstrated results providing that service. So the easiest thing that you can do is tap into your personal network. Ask your family and friends if they need your services, right? Or if they don't necessarily need your services, maybe they know someone who does and they can refer their friends or their family members to you, and that is how you can get your first client. In addition to tapping into your personal network, don't forget about your professional network, okay? You want to tap into your professional network as well. I know for me, one thing that I do on the side is I do IT consulting services, right? I have a very, very, very unique skill set with building interfaces that allows different healthcare facilities and insurance companies to be able to transmit and share patient information. Because I have the skill set to build those interfaces, it is not something that a lot of people know how to do. So even though I no longer work at that job, a lot of times I will work as a consultant on different health IT projects for people who need help setting up those interfaces, or if they need help building out their master patient index, you know, so they can kind of identify which patients are the same and which ones to keep separate and all that stuff. So I actually get those consulting gigs from my old director. Like, if my director is too busy to take on new clients, she's also left the company and started her own business as well. But if she is overbooked, she will actually refer jobs to me and say, hey, Ebony, do you have the capacity to do this? And like, sometimes I'll say no, and then sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I'll take them or whatever. So think about how you can actually leverage your professional relationships to pick up new clients that way. Now let's get into the next way that you can actually secure the bag with your first paying client, and this is going to be through launching through email. Now, I have told you guys, launch strategies are my thing. If you want to launch to paying clients, you need to implement a launch strategy and a profit plan. So if you have not already, make sure you go check out this pre-launch strategy video right here. In this video, I talk about how you can actually build a wait list before you launch, and so that way you're already building a warm audience of leads that can actually turn into your first client. So launching with email is a great way to get your first client. If you have an existing email list, check out my email boss bundle. I actually have a whole ton of email sequences that entrepreneurs need in their business in there, but I also have what is called the live launch sequence that basically helps you to launch to an existing email list. And if for whatever reason you don't have an existing email list, but you want to be able to build one so that you can launch to your wait list first, then there is a sequence for that as well, so that you can launch to either an existing email list or a newly built one. But using your email list will help you to warm up your leads, nurture them, so that you can actually get your first sale by launching with email. Next up is going to be leveraging online communities like Facebook groups and LinkedIn. So listen, when it comes to social media, when it comes to these Facebook groups, I know a lot of groups have gotten away from allowing you to actually promote your business and promote your services in there, but you can actually indirectly soft promote yourself in these groups by basically just celebrating your launch and celebrating your milestone and letting people know, like, I'm excited, I officially launched my business today. Just kind of sharing how you feel, right? What your journey was like getting to actually starting your business, what it means to you. And even though you're not directly promoting your business in these groups, you will have a lot of people that will take notice. You will have some people who, if they like what you're offering, they love your product and service, they will want it. If they need it, they're going to buy it. But then there will be some people who literally just want to show support by patronizing your business. So that's another way that you can get your first paying client as well. But when you share these type of posts in these communities, be authentic, okay? Like, don't go in there and be disingenuous, because people are going to know that you're just trying to get a sale, right? You literally want to be genuine about sharing your experience and sharing your journey, and it will organically spark a sale for you, okay? So make sure that you are being authentic if you're using this strategy. So next up is going to be reaching out to past prospects, right? So if you are someone who maybe you do consults to book clients, and you book consults with people, but no one actually followed all the way through with the transaction, everyone was kind of like, I don't have the money. Maybe you have people who said they were interested, but they had to talk to their spouse first. Whatever it was, you can circle back and follow up with those previous prospects who maybe weren't ready to buy at that time, to see if maybe now is the right time, and now they're finally ready to invest into themselves and to actually purchase your products and services. Next is going to be client referrals. If you are someone who maybe you've already had a few clients already, you've been able to get your clients amazing results, they love their final outcome, then circle back to those past clients and see if they have any referrals for you. Say, hey, I know you love the website that I built for you. Do you know someone else who needs a website, right? And then you can allow them to refer clients to you, and you can get your next paying client that way. And last but not least, do I want to share this? Nah, I ain't gonna share it. I was gonna give y'all, let me see. Well, I'll give y'all half of this strategy, okay? I'm not going to give y'all this because this is one of those strategies that is really kind of behind the paywall. And this is how I teach my clients to get their first clients inside of my lunch accelerator, as well as my business incubator. This is a strategy that I teach to them, and they pay good money for this, okay? So I ain't going to just give it to y'all. But I will say this. Another way that you can get your first paying client is by simply doing market research. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you've been around when I opened enrollment for my lunch accelerator, then you probably already are pretty familiar with this strategy. You may not know that it's a strategy that I'm using, but doing market research serves a lot of purposes, okay? Number one, it allows you to build brand awareness. It allows you to collect marketing research. Literally, you can learn what your clients' pain points are. You can learn what marketing language, or not marketing language, but what language they're using to talk about their problems, to talk about their pain points. And it's also a way for you to build brand awareness and to actually warm up an audience just by doing market research. All right, so I'm just gonna leave y'all with that. But I just gave y'all 8 different ways that you can actually get your first or next paying client. So let me know down in the comments below this video. Have you tried any of these strategies before? Were you able to land clients implementing these strategies? Which strategy do you think is going to be the best for you when it comes to securing the bag and getting your first paying client? Let me know down in the comments below this video. Now, if you want more in-depth guidance, or if you want additional strategies to actually secure your first paying client, if you want swipe files and templates to be able to implement the strategies that I mentioned in this video, then come on over and join us inside of Kingdom Built, my business incubator. This is where I give you all the inside scoop on how you can actually implement these strategies step by step with examples, with templates. Literally, I give you the email template to send to your family, your personal and professional network. I give you the email templates to actually launch on email. I give you social media post templates that you can actually use to launch on social, to build your wait list, to actually get sales straight from social media. And I give you multiple different strategies and swipe files on how you can actually get your first paying client using market research and things like that. So if you are about that life and you want to expedite your results to get into your first and next paying client, then come over and join us in Kingdom Built. I will pin a link to become a member down in the pinned comments below, as well as the description box. Thank you so much for stopping by my internet home. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell and turn on those notifications so you get notified when I upload new content at the same time next week. All right. In the meantime, feel free to check out these 2 videos right here or this playlist right here if you really about that life. Bye, y'all.